Alright guys, so if you've been in this channel for a minute, you've seen this car, but most of you probably haven't since I've been doing Fox body stuff. But this is a car that really all started it for me, and somehow it made its way back here. Alright, so just some backstory on this car. This is a 2017 Camaro SS1LE. It is my 2017 Camaro SS1LE. It's one of the few Krypton green Camaros, especially the 1LE, that's out there. And when I had it, I put a Whipple Supercharger on it. Kept it super conservative, had like the Whipple can tune on it. It didn't really make any horsepower. Not that it didn't make any horsepower, but it was very conservative because if you don't know, these LT1s have a very tight top ring gap, so a lot of people were blowing pistons apart. So Whipple just sends a tune that's, you know, it's still made like 560, 570 wheel, and it's still a very fast car. But the guy reached out to me on Instagram. He's like, hey, you know, I have your old car. Been talking for a while. I guess he had an issue with it. Said the car wasn't building any boost at all, and he wanted to figure out what was wrong with it. And he's like, hey man, I'll send it out to you. I'll pay you to fix it, basically. So we're gonna go ahead and check it out. I'm already pretty sure I know what the culprit was, being that this was sitting in the passenger seat. Hopefully it's as simple as a belt, putting a belt on and letting it rip. I do have an HP tuner still for this car. I'm gonna log it. We'll go through, make sure everything's working hunky-dory. I'm also gonna check all the pulleys, make sure nothing's messed up with them, make sure they're not crooked, make sure none of them is loose, make sure the supercharger's okay before we just throw a belt on and say, here you go, man. Here you go, man, it's good. So let's go ahead and check it out really quick. So it's a 6-speed car. How many miles are on it? Only 20,000 miles. I think it had 12,000 when I got rid of it, and that was like 3 years ago. Yeah, I am. You can sit in. The kids and my wife are like super ecstatic that the car's back. My wife especially, she said she's keeping it. It was actually kind of funny when I got this Whipple Supercharger. I didn't want the polished one. I wanted the black one because it's obviously, you know, that black accents and stuff on this car. And Whipple called and they were like, hey, we have a polished one we can send you right now, otherwise the other one's not going to be here for a while. And I was like, well, yeah, go ahead and send it. So it's got a polished one, which, I mean, when it's polished, it looks pretty good. I mean, it still looks really good. Got a little bit of play, but I think this play is supposed to be there. I mean, you don't want the supercharger to be super tight. It doesn't feel excessive. Spins okay. This is like the bypass valve. That's moving okay. Let's see how this idlers. Yeah, that one's okay. Doesn't look crooked. That one too. It's got like a chunk taken out of it, but I'll probably file that smooth. I wonder if something happened that caused this belt to fly off the lower pulley. Dang, that's untight. No issues. Looks straight too. I mean, it was straight when I finished it. Alright, so really what I'm going to start with, I'm going to check out to make sure that the pulleys are straight. They all look straight. They all feel really well. Bypass valve, that's another thing I was thinking maybe was messed up, but the bypass valve works very smoothly actually. So what I'm going to do is run down the road, get a belt while Advanced Auto's still open and they have the belt. Throw it on and I'll get my HP tuners, get the computer for the HP tuners. We'll start logging on this thing, make sure it makes boost, make sure everything's good. Probably take it for a ride, make sure, you know, I feel like something, maybe the belt tension was too tight. I don't know. When I had it, it was fine. I don't know, the car's a lot different than when I had it. There's some marks on it that were never there when I had it. Probably from this, he's the third owner. The owner before him, I don't know who they are, but he's very passionate and loves this car, I know. So I don't know if along the line somewhere somebody tightened up this belt too much and it threw it off, or you know, the belt just flew off. So let's go get a belt, we'll throw it on, and then we'll see what's up. So I've got the intake off the car. I can see the issue right away. This is what broke the belt. This idler pulley is completely toast. So I'm gonna pull this, well, it's what, the belt tensioner. I'm gonna see if maybe, I don't think it's just the bearing. I think it's the whole thing itself, but let me pull it off really quick and we'll see what's up. Another thing I wanna do though, I wonder if this has ever been taken off. To check to see how much oil's in it. Holy, I'm gonna guess no. All right, so here's the culprit. This thing is absolutely destroyed. It also nicked this pulley up a little, so I'm gonna have to file that. I got the catch can taken off. Hey guys, if you have one of these on your car, check it like every oil change, empty it. I'm willing to bet the last time this was opened was when I owned the car, which was about 3 years ago, because that can is full, entirely full. So basically, here's what this pulley or tensioner is doing. As you can see, it's all tore up. All right, so the culprit for the belt flying off, and then here's the new one. I mean, I was trying to see if maybe I could just do a pulley and reuse this thing for them, but this thing is just all tore up. So just called up Whipple, ordered a new one. This part was about 250 bucks from Whipple. So we'll go ahead and throw this on really quick, throw the belt on, and then we should be good to go. All right, so I got the new tensioner on for the blower. And to be quite honest, the reason I think maybe why it went bad, so this pulley right here, I loosened it. It's actually adjustable. And the adjustability is there so you can keep this tensioner in a spot to where it's comfortable, right? You don't really want the tensioner you know, to be either full locked out one way or the other. You want it in a certain spot, nice, and it's usually, I just pretty much set it in the middle. And then belts will loosen up over time. So I feel like, you know, this maybe was just not really looked after, and this pulley probably needed to be adjusted from where it was to you know, pick up whatever slack was in the belt, and then maybe, you know, over time it just rattled itself apart eventually. But so this pulley right here got nicked up pretty good actually. I smoothed it out with a small file as best as I could. This should be good enough. You know, it should be able to run okay, no problem. But yeah, whatever, you know, metal chunks and stuff flying off that tensioner, it got this pulley pretty good. But everything else looks good, so let's get this belt back on. Forgot how ridiculous it was to get this belt on this thing. Oh my God. But this was the last piece right here. I'm just going to do a once over really quick, make sure I didn't miss anything. We'll go ahead and fire this thing up and let's take it for a ride. Just some, you know, smoke burning off from residual oils and stuff from my hand. A little bit of oil spilled out of the filler neck, but we'll let it warm up a little bit. Everything seems fine. Usually these Whipples, you'll hear like a slight kind of little, it'll sound like a rattle at normal, but it's done it ever since day one when I put the blower on this car. I'm pretty sure all it is really just a little bit of backlash that's, you know, built into those gears and stuff like that. Alright, so I'm just hooking up my HP tuners to it. That's what this car was tuned with, so all the credits and stuff are still on here for it. So I'm going to connect up to it, take it for a ride, and see what it's doing. a small dip into the throttle. We'll just cruise it around, get some temp in it, and then we'll make sure he's getting all the power that he needs. I mean, it feels strong. Look how nice this car cruises. I took it around the block really quick when I first finished it, and it felt like it wasn't really all there. It was kind of sputtering down low, but now that I just took it out, it kind of, maybe it just needed to be cleared out. Maybe there was some, I don't know, deposits or something in the cylinders, but everything feels pretty good right now. Forgot it has a rev match. Get it back to the house, pop open the hood, I'm gonna check the log really quick, make sure everything's solid. It felt strong, it felt good. Pretty sure we got a problem fixed. And then, yeah, we'll call him back and tell him to come get his car. All right, so here's a look at the data from the drive I just took. This is in the HP tuners. His complaint was that the car wasn't building any boost, so as we dive into it, bang, full throttle right there. Our KPA 143 almost instantly. I mean, that's what the best part is, you know, about these positive displacement superchargers. We're, you know, basically in vacuum, we start to come up on the throttle, and then right there we're already, you know, dipping into some sort of boost, and then just get all of it right away. Then yeah, it rides out pretty good. It made about 153 points. That's about 8 pounds. So building boost, it felt good. I will say though, this car, super conservative on timing. He's only 17.5, 18 degrees really of spark. So, you know, didn't really go too crazy with it because, you know, I don't like beating on people's cars, but we rode it out to about, what, 64, 6,500. Car felt pretty good. This is in kilometers, so. But yeah, I mean, this is just the canned Whipple tune that when I had this car, I had put in it. I mean, it's relatively close, but they keep it conservative for a reason, because these LT1s are known to, they have a very tight top ring gap, and they're prone to blowing the top of the piston apart. So this car is more than fast enough to have some fun with. And I mean, in reality, you probably could throw, you know, you could probably throw it up to maybe 20 degrees, 21 degrees, and, you know, have a lot more fun with it. I don't know if he daily drives this car or whatever, but to be quite honest, you know, leave it at 18 degrees, 8 pounds of boost, I think it'll be more than fun enough. It's more than fast enough. I mean, you figure 560 wheel, that's probably, what, 630, 640 crank horsepower. So anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. It was good to see that car again. Like I said, that's the car that really set me off to get over 1,000 subs, and then you know, set me up to pretty much be where I'm at today. So it was cool for it to come back. It was cool to work on it again. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed that, especially the OG subscribers have been around since that, been curious about it. Hope you guys like see it again. Got a lot more stuff coming for you guys. Like I said in the live stream I did, I've been videoing a lot. So again, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you on the next one.